We'll go back to Way of the Wrench, and on today's very special episode, I'm going to show you everything you need to know to be able to install a pair of strobe lights on your virtual pinball cabinet. So stick around, you're not going to want to miss it. So for strobe lights, I'm going to be using these teeny tiny yet crazy powerful DTG boards, or Arnoz DTG. Hope I'm saying that right. I think it's translated like in your face, and the idea is these bright lights are like slamming you in the face. So let's take a look at these. What I really enjoy about these are they're very, very compact, small, yet super bright. And it's got the nice little quick connects here on the back so that if we need to, we can undo these if we need to do any service or help for the install. It's got a couple holes in the side here so we can mount them pretty easy. Okay, very simple hookup. It's only two connections. It's got a 12-volt positive and a ground, so these will be nice and easy to install as well. Thank you very much for these, Arno. Now let's go find a very cool place in the cabinet for them. Now, because these are so small, literally the options to where to place these are limitless. I'm kind of thinking that we could place them somewhere so we don't actually see the LEDs in the board until they flash up. So my first thought is I do have a little spot on the left and the right of my matrix, and it's underneath the tinted plexiglass. So I think that's where I'm going to put mine. But like I said, these could go a lot of different places. If you don't want them flashing in your face, you could have them flashing underneath the top cabinet on the ground. You could have these on the top, flashing up on the ceiling. You could even incorporate these into some kind of custom topper. You know, the choices are pretty limitless with how small these are. All right, let's get this open and take a look where we can put it on the left and right of our matrix. Okay, we'll take the whole plexiglass and playfield mount off first. Then we'll put the playfield down. And then we'll put a towel down so we don't scratch anything. And then pop this matrix mount out. So you can see on the left and the right of this matrix panel is a spot for these strobe boards. So I just got to figure out where it is, maybe center it left and right and up and down. And then where this green quick connect is, I'll have to lay out and center punch and drill a hole through, big enough that that green connector can get through and I can access the wires from the other side. Okay, to make life easier for me, I'm going to flip this over and disconnect all the connections so I can take this over and drill it on a table. Okay, center punch that. Okay, I've got masking tape on the back side just to prevent any kind of tear out. I'm also going to drill into another piece of wood, so hopefully that'll kind of help support it. And then I'm using a 3/4 inch step drill, so I'm going to go all the way through so that I've got room for this and room for the connector to be able to get through to the other side. Okay, then do the other side. And a quick little check. Perfect. Lots of room to kind of position this nice and centered as well. Okay, then go ahead and plop your strobe board down in there. Center out where you want it. Make sure it's nice and straight and even. And then lay out where you're going to put your holes for mounting these guys. You can go ahead and center punch these. And I'm just using number 4 1/2 inch long wood screws. Pre-drill these so that the screws will have something nice to grab into. There we go, do the same on the other side. Okay, so I just quickly wired this up to a 12-volt power supply so I can test it to make sure it's working properly, and I'm not wondering why my DOF's not working when it's actually these lights. And the other thing is I thought you guys would like to see how bright these are, as well as with the tinted plexiglass. So here we go. Doi, that's super bright. And then behind plexi, without plexi. So you can see they're crazy bright. Well, let's test the other side and then put this back into the cabinet. Okay, other one works too. Perfect. Now we do have two individual strobe lights that we could put to its individual own pulse width modulated output on the bunny board. However, they're both getting turned on at the same time. It's not like there's a left and a right. So to save ports on our bunny board, And to save us some wiring, we're going to do some jumping. So I've made a black and a red jumper cord so that both power and negative can go to the other. So we can kind of daisy chain it. And then on the side on the bunny board that needs the black ground wire, we're going to run a wire down to the bunny board on that side. And the 12 volt positive distribution block is on this side of the cabinet. So we'll run one from here to the front of the cab on this side. That way both of them get powered up at the same time when that pulse width modulated output switch turns on with DOF. And then to figure out how much wire I want to use here for the black and the red, I want enough room that the wires can get up to about this point so that we can lay this down on the playfield to work on it. So I've got to go about like that far to back here, then straight down to the bottom of the cab where we have that wire channel, and then all the way up to where that bunny board is, and then a little bit up to where the bunny board is. So this is where I'm going to cut that. And I need basically the same thing just on the other side in red for a 12 volt power positive. So just line these up, go to the end where the black one is cut, and right there is where we want the red one. Not a bad idea to go a couple inches extra just in case, because you can always cut this down shorter, but you can't make this longer. Okay, and then take those wires and twist them together. Make sure you're putting it on the right polarity for the plug, which in this case is the outside one. And then use the little watch screwdriver to tighten up the set screw. Make sure it's nice and tight. We don't want these coming off. Give it a little tug test. Okay, that's that one. And then the other side here is going to go from the red power side. Snug up that set screw. Okay, the long black wire is going to go down into the cabinet, and then that can get plugged in like that. And I'm thinking when this is all done, I'll probably take a little bit of hot glue and just make sure that this is not going to come off or have the wires come off, since there's positive and negative live power coming out. Okay, now we do the other side. Okay, take the two red ones, twist them together. Trim the extra if it's too long. Get the connector, and once again make sure you got the right polarity. In this case 12 volt is on the outside on this side. Tighten the set screw. There you go, give it a tug test. And then once again the long end of this red wire is going to go down into the cabinet. And then the other end of the black one from the other side goes into the other side of the green connector. Snug up the set screw. Okay, and then put that down in, double check that you got your polarity right. Perfect. Tidy up the wiring and then go ahead and put this back into the cabinet. Okay, and then put the plexiglass back in. Okay, and then we can lift up the play field, get into place. And then run your 12 volt positive wire along the side of the cabinet up to your distribution block. Okay, go ahead and crimp on one of those fork connectors. Give it a tug test, make sure it's in there tight. Okay, and then this one's going to port 2. Something about like that. Okay, kick out the green connect on the bunny board. And port 2 is the next one over. So open up the set screw first. Put the second one in. Tighten the set screw up. Give it a tug test, make sure it's not going to fall out on you. Okay, and then plug it back into the bunny board. Okay, and then just remember this is in port 2 on the bunny board, or that's going to be DOF 18 on the Dude's Cab configurator. Okay, and don't forget to put a fuse in here, otherwise nothing will work. And those strobe lights are like, I don't know, 0.2, 0.3 amps each, times 2, that's like under 1. I'm going to put a 2 amp fuse just for a little safety buffer in there. It's mostly for the wires anyway. All right, perfect. Okay, let's close this up and turn the computer on. All right, first thing we're going to do is go to the Dude's Cab configurator. Okay, go to connect. Okay, we're going to go to output cards. Go to our bunny board. And if you're not sure how any of this was set up, I'll put a link above so that you can go watch how the bunny board was installed. What we're going to do here is we're going to go from the bunny board on port 2. So there's our beacon lights from last time. We can call these strobes. And we can change this to LEDs. Okay, everything else here should be the same. So once you're done that, we're going to go up to send config, save to memory, and then we can go on. Woo, there we go. And we should not be leaving these on too long. They get very, very hot. They're only meant to be pulsed like that. Man, those look sick. Perfect. And in here, if you found that these were too bright, then you could vary the pulse width modulation, figure out what you like there, and then you could change that down in here. But for right now, I'm going to leave this on maximum. Okay, once you're done, make sure you send config, save to memory, and we can close this up. Okay, next thing we've got to go to VPU config. Open this up here. Click on anything for it to trigger you to log in. Enter your username and password. And then we are going to go down to port assignments because we already have our dudes cab in here. So make sure you're on dudes cab. And there's our beacon from last time. So this is the first port on the bunny board from last video. So there's our port 18. So select that, and then we are going to scroll down until we see strobe. Perfect. Okay, that's it. So now we're going to go update. And then we got to generate config. Okay, go to where your files are in your download folder. You can double left click on these, left click and drag and select all of them. Right click copy, and then these go into your C drive, direct output, config folder. Find a spot to the side here where you're not putting it into a folder, and right click, paste, and it's going to ask you, do you want to replace the old ones? You sure do. And that part's done, so we can close this. And while we are in here, we can actually take a look at what tables use the strobes. Should be tons, but let's take a look anyway. So stats, we can select the toy that we just put in, which is strobe. And you can see there's almost 1,000 tables. Almost every single table uses this, so any of the ones we have in here, we should be able to see it working. Perfect. Okay, now one other thing that you may want to do, I don't know why you'd have it set up like that, but if you do, you might want to change it. You can go down to your combined toys and just make sure that you don't have anywhere on your matrix or any of these parts here where you have strobe in here. So for example, I do have back strobe MX. So when it's triggering the strobe through DOF, it might actually trigger this as well. However, it's MX, so if there's any kind of custom stuff, I do want that to show up. And it's not a big deal if it strobes next to it in the matrix, but just for some of you that are wanting to be picky, if you have basic strobe in here or any of these custom toys, you may want to remove those. But for now, I'm going to leave that. Okay, now we can close this. All right, perfect. Let's take a look at a couple of tables here and make sure it works. Okay, once again, I'm going to turn the music off so that I don't have any issues with copyrights and YouTube. Okay, let's try some World Cup soccer. Okay, I don't know where the strobes are going to be, but let's play a game here and let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. A little bit of strobes with every goal. So this will be a good table to test it on for you. Hey, there we go. So it looks like the strobes go for every goal that you get. Awesome. That's a great way of testing it. There's a wrap in another video from Way of the Wrench, this time on everything you needed to know to be able to install some strobe lights on your wicked awesome virtual pinball cabinet. Hopefully I was able to help you out, and if you have any questions, put them down in the comment section below and I will help you out as much as possible. What's coming up next? More toys! And I've got some great stuff coming. You're just going to have to stick around to find out what they are. And if you haven't already, why don't you join us on Instagram? That way you can see what's going on in this cool shop in between videos. Till next time, take it easy.